Weekend, what are you doing? It's going to be gorgeous weather. How about Yellow Farmhouse Winery? To talk about that, Dale Rawlings from Yellow Farmhouse Winery. Good morning, Dale Rawlings.
Good morning, McGraw.
What is this Aramella wine?
It's Missouri's newest wine.
What is it?
It's a white wine that has been in development by Cornell University for about 15 years. They started hybridizing this thing about 15 years ago.
Really?
And it's basically a wine that is designed for Midwest climates. Cornell, bless their hearts, does development for vintners all over the country except California.
Vintners being
winemakers who are making it from particularly those who are growing their own grapes.
Right.
And they started on this project. They started 2 or 3 others at the same time, but it's taken them about this long. And lo and behold, if they didn't get it finished, they get a patent on the grape when they get finished with it. And they named it Aramella. Now, the funny part about Aramella is it was a product of a contest for the name, and Aramella doesn't mean anything. It's a made-up word that, and the winner of the contest, I understand, was a guy from Alaska where they don't grow any grapes. So, it's a really good white wine. We've been handling it about 5 years because in its development stage, it was known as NY76. That was the license number from the state of New York,
right,
for the hybridization. And we had a grower up here in central Missouri that was participating in some of the experimental work. So he was growing some of it, and
right,
we've been buying it because he had to do something with the grapes.
Right.
And we've been buying it, and we found a great following for it. People like it. It's an easy drinking, soft white wine that goes well, particularly with light foods. It's a great summertime wine. And we even find that people who like sweet wine like it, even though it's a dry wine.
Does Ithaca, New York, have the same zone and temperature as Missouri?
Within limits, yes. Yeah. In fact, all of the grapes that we have at the Yellow Farmhouse are obtained from Cornell graduates who are propagating grapes up in the Ithaca area. In other words, they graduate, start their own farms, or
right,
they've been running family farms for propagating grapes. And we put all Cornell grapes into our winery.
That's fantastic. Okay, so we can get the Aramella, which means Yellow Farmhouse Winery, yeah, right, at Yellow Farmhouse Winery.
Yeah, we just introduced it about 3 weeks ago, I guess. And I think this won't last long, and this is not a great exclusivity, but I think we're one of the first ones to have it. And one of the reasons we had it is we bought it. We've been buying it during the development stage, but some wineries will start handling it now.
With white wine, does that take years like red wine?
No, white wine usually comes through in about a year. In fact, this Aramella is part of the 2013 crop.
Okay, so
it comes through white wine about 3 years. In our winery, it takes a minimum of 3 years for the red wines.
Can I go to Yellow Farmhouse Winery on Highway 94 in Defiance, the first winery I get to? Can I go into your tasting room and taste this Aramella?
Absolutely. Come on in and ask for it. It's part of our tasting profile. So if you go through a regular tasting, you're gonna taste it now. But we've now had a couple people come in and say, "Hey, we hear about this Aramella. Can we try some?"
Can I, if I'm driving by and I can't stay for long, can I pop in, buy it, and then take it with me?
We sell by the package if you want it, and come on in and buy a bottle of wine.
Let's say I need a place for a wedding or a rehearsal dinner. Can I go to Yellow Farmhouse Winery?
We do it. We have a big pavilion. Our wedding site is up on a high hill overlooking the Missouri River Valley with a great view, and we do weddings up there.
And how is your Ruby Red? How's your Ruby Red?
It's funny you would say Ruby Red because that's not what you mean. Well, I was our Norton.
That's why you're here.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Our Norton or our port. The reason I'm laughing is the very first wine we ever made out of the Yellow Farmhouse was called Ruby Red, and it was awful.
Okay, so I don't want. Well, so what am I asking about? What's the port wine? What's that called?
Well, there's Ruby Norton.
Ruby Norton. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Ruby Norton dessert wine, and now we're introducing this year a new dessert wine made from Chamberson grapes instead of Norton grapes.
I will tell you that I do not like dessert wine, and when you brought that dessert wine in here, I was like, how am I going to fake this? This is going to be terrible. It was fantastic.
Well, come out on Mother's Day. We're going to be giving mothers some chocolate from KKO Chocolate, and it's a great thing to pair up with a little sip of Ruby Norton Port.
What's the website of Yellow Farmhouse Winery?
www.yellowfarmhousewines.com.
And it's the first winery you get to, so why would you go anywhere else?
I wouldn't.
That's exactly right. Highway 94, when you get to the biker bars, you're right there. Yellow Farmhouse Winery. Dale, be good. Thanks for checking in.
Thank you.
Open all weekend long? Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Perfect. Yellow Farmhouse Winery. We'll see you there. Highway 94 in Defiance. Now,